I'm filming a video.
It's all right.
It's my lunch too. I think we're officially done. I know we are officially done. I swear to God, if I come back to you guys telling that I'm going to cover another shift, I want somebody to come over and smack me in the face. So just pulled over to change out of my work clothes. I do feel like this was finalized today. Like this was my last day at work. I know I said that 3-4 weeks ago when I decided to quit work for YouTube, not just for one, but for 5 channels. I think at the time when I left, maybe a little bit of a misunderstanding as far as that being my last time. My boss and I, we've got a great relationship. We had talked about possibly just keeping me on in case they needed to have some coverage, which today was that particular case. They needed somebody to come in to cover, a shift in the morning. I was real hesitant about going back because it's been 3 weeks since I've been at work. I agreed to do it. It's one of those things where I feel like I owe it to my boss. He's a good guy and I wanted to help him out. But ever since I agreed to do it for the last 2 days, I've been completely just miserable thinking I'd have to go back inside that building. Just really in a bad mood. So leading up to going back this morning, and I felt like I'd made the wrong decision to go back. Now, it was an interesting morning. You guys remember the last video where I told you that I was going back to the job that I'd quit? I already feel like I'm walking in and I'm going to be like, hey, don't expect me to do anything today because I am not here on my own accord. This is not me asking to come back. This is not me asking to come get some hours. This is me being asked, hey, can you kind of help because we're shorthanded? Well, I can tell you that I got really nothing done today. I don't feel bad about it. It was more of a farewell tour. A lot of the people that worked there for the shift this morning were like, where have you been for 3 weeks? What's going on? We thought you either quit or got fired. Got fired? What did I get fired over? What did you guys hear? Like, when you leave a place and rumors circulate or whatever, and I was like, what did I get fired over? And they're like, well, we're just asking. Nobody said anything. Everybody kind of kept quiet. And that's one thing that I did realize: when people leave this place, you're only talked about kind of in whispers or whatever. Everybody's kind of afraid to say anything. Everybody's kind of just, it's all back channel, back door, texting, hey, whatever happened to so-and-so. But I said, no, it's been kind of a long time coming. And I had told my boss probably 3-4 months ago that I'm just not going to make it much longer, and that it's probably best that they start looking to hire somebody to come in and find somebody that's a better fit, and that I would stay on to help out as long as they need until they found somebody that was a better fit. I think they had hired somebody, and then in the last few weeks I was down to like 1 shift and then to no shifts whatsoever. And I was like, okay, well, it seems like we're at that point now. And I had texted my boss and said, hey, I just want to let you know that in case anybody were to text me or something, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. And we were both in agreement. We're like, hey, no problem. And we kind of went about our business, and that was that until Tuesday when I got the text message from him, and he was like, hey, can you cover Thursday morning? I was like, oh. I so wanted to say no, but I said yes because I'm a good guy. But spent most of the morning really just, I'm talking to the cop that's stationed there. He and I just kind of hanging out. I usually kind of do that quite a bit. Whoever's kind of stationed there, I go up and we kind of chit chat over the weekend and see what's going on. And then a lot of the employees, they all kept asking me, every single one that I came up, hey, what happened to you the last few weeks? Where have you been? Did you quit? Did you get fired? What's going on? Like, first of all, if I got fired, why am I back? And then second of all, I was like, look, this has been a long time coming. I didn't want to make it a big deal, but I was planning on leaving weeks ago, and it just turned out that I'm back just to cover today, so it's not a big deal. And they're like, well, if you quit a few weeks ago, you're not doing a very good job because you're back. And they're like, well, maybe you do need to get fired so that there's no reason for them to bring you back. And I was like, you know what? That's a good point. why don't we make a list of things that I can get fired over this morning, and then that way we just ensure that I don't make it back. But for the most part, had a great time with everybody, and people asking me how the YouTube channels are going. So I really felt like most of the time this morning, instead of working, I spent it kind of plugging the channel, which is nice. One thing that I'm definitely going to miss is the camaraderie, the friendship, the fun conversations that I've had there in the building, talking to other employees. That we had a few patrons come in. They said the same thing. They're like, hey, I thought, where have you been? And my one, who's one of my favorites, she was, you know, she gave me some trouble. She didn't know where I'd been for 3 weeks. And I said, look, you know, just to let you know, this is probably gonna be the last time you see me. But I do feel like today was more of that closure that we needed. My boss and I kind of hugged it out, bro style, which was kind of nice. And I think that right there was kind of like both of us just saying, yeah, I know this is probably it. I think he was joking. He was like, well, I could probably use it in a couple weeks. I said, don't you even dare. Don't call me, because my phone will not work for you. And then I was like, you know I'm always going to take your call, but don't ask me to come back. I do miss a lot of the people there. It's just one of those things where it was not a good situation for me. I did not like the person that I was seeing in myself over a job that was so bottom of the ladder. Just to, you know, spend 15, 20 hours a week just earning a couple extra bucks. It just wasn't worth it. It's not worth going through the situation that we described in the first video of the series, where I'm driving home just white knuckle gripping the steering wheel because I was about to stroke out, because I was so angry and mad over stuff that it just doesn't matter. For $19 an hour, it doesn't matter. But I feel like I'm in a good position now. I'm super excited about the YouTube channels. Again, we got 5 channels that I am starting basically from scratch, and the bottom goal for me, just to hold myself accountable, is to make up the amount of money that I was earning there on a weekly basis, basically a month. Or you tell me I can't figure out a way to monetize YouTube for about $1,000 a month. That's all I need. I'm not looking to make a mortgage. I'm not looking to pay medical bills, although that's what that's what most of the money will probably go towards, that, and maybe, I don't know, traveling to see the boys. But it's a creative challenge for me, and it's one that I'm really excited to take on, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it, which is a key thing. Taking a lot of the stuff that I have learned in social media, things that I liked and have not liked about building up a gardening persona on social media over the last 10 years, but taking all the things that I've learned there and applying it to the channels on YouTube going forward. So like I told a bunch of people today, they may hear some stories about what's been going on the channel here, but this series that I'm talking about, as far as turning 50, quitting my job for YouTube, is a lot more positive than what initially people thought I was making this series on. They thought I was just going to get on here and just kind of bitch and moan about stuff going on at work, and that's not the case. That's the beginning. But most of my series videos and talking about YouTube and building up the channel and things that I'm learning myself to grow the channels, to be successful, things that I mess up on, things that don't work for me but may work for you. It's a very positive series, and it's geared towards people that are like you, whether you're 50, you want to quit your job and start YouTube, or you're just wanting to be a little more creative and start a YouTube channel on your own right now, no matter how old you are or what your situation is. You know, if you followed me on any of my social media accounts before, I pretty much kind of tell you how it is, and that's what I'm planning on doing here, with starting with these channels and trying to get them monetized. I'm going to let you know things that work out, things that don't, things that I'm good at, things that I'm not good at. So if you'd like to join me on this new journey of my life, would love to have you come with. All the videos that I do regarding building up a YouTube channel network basically will be hosted here on the TSP Hub channel, which kind of contains all the content that I do. And then I've got the 4 sub channels that I have that are dedicated to DIY, dedicated to food and eats, dedicated to sports, and then another one, which is probably my most fun, is the TSP Total Entertainment, which is movies, music, music, video games. We're live streaming games, which I never thought in a million years, and I wouldn't have thought a month ago that I would be doing. But here we are, streaming Mario Kart World on our Nintendo Switch 2. But if you're just curious about the journey and you want to see just a little smattering of everything that I do on all the channels, you can just follow me on the TSP channel hub. But if you're into any of the other sub channels I talked about, love to see you guys there too. I'll put the links in the description. And there you go. I think we're officially done. No, I know we are officially done. I swear to God, if I come back to you guys telling that I'm going to cover another shift, I want somebody to come over and smack me in the face. Smack me in the face. I will give you that. Yeah, smack me in the face.